Well, good morning and welcome. This is Oliver. I'm coming to you from the beautiful seaside town of Youghal, as usual, and today we're going to do something simple. I'm just going to draw bubbles or circles. This is, I think, day 9 of my flu and not feeling the best, so I want to do something simple. And I'm going to start off. This is an old little sketchbook that I use. Like when I'm usually at the doctor's or in the hospital, I bring this with me and just pass the time doodling away on it with my pen. And so I wanted to do something that is very much a novice type of Zen doodle. What triggered it was I came across howto, the YouTube channel for howto. It's a good one. I often go in there and see things, and I noticed he had one of these. I've seen them on many different places. It's nothing unique to howto or to anybody else. It's certainly not unique to me. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to switch over now to point 1. And draw a couple of wavy lines. And what I've got to do is try and avoid the small little ones. And you just wave around. It doesn't have to be going in any particular direction. Just down. And there we go. And this will be the last one. Now, I'm going to put in fill it up now a few more small little ones. It's handy if you don't have enough of the small ones, the background won't look quite right. So get a good load of those in to fill up the spaces. Now, there's no design for this, just work away yourselves, and that is the great thing about it. Now, everything to the left of this line the background is going to be black. The contour of the boundary, I'm trying to make that a little bit blacker for the left hand side. So everything to the left of that is black, and I think it would have been better using a 0.8 rather than a 0.1 on that. I have to stop talking while I concentrate here. I've got to keep one eye closed so I can see this with my good eye. And I haven't quite decided how not to make a mess of the circle that's already there. Now this is not great paper, so it is bleeding a lot, but that's something that I like to use cheap paper. I find that if you start using expensive paper, then when you're doodling you start becoming a little precious with yourself and you don't want to make a mess. Whereas if I make a mess of this, watch it, it's only a bit of cheap paper. You know, I have a habit when I find something that I like, I buy a lot of them, and I bought a lot of these little sketch notebooks. It's got a hard cover on it, so it's easy to carry it around in your pocket or whatever, and it doesn't get destroyed. This pen, although it is flowing well, you know, that bleeding is a bit of a nuisance. That's alright, it's alright. I think it's better to go for this cheap paper, especially when you're doodling, because, hold on. I just need to protect that bit underneath, so I'll stick in a card. What was I talking about? Hold on, I'm just going. This is filling in very fast now. Don't know what I was talking about. I've forgotten about it. It couldn't have been all that important now, could it? I suppose I could slow down a bit, but I just enjoying this. It is so free flowing. You know, you don't have to think much, except just remember what part is black and what part is white. And just well to put in that card underneath, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. You see, when you're using cheap paper, it enables me anyway to go, to speed up like this, because it's not a work of art. I'm not using expensive paper. I'm not using anything expensive. It's a doodle. That's all it is. And it doesn't matter if you make little mistakes and you go a little bit above a line or behind a line. Right. Now I need to go and do another contour. I'm skipping the white and going on to another black one. And the reason I'm doing that is quite simple. I know how to do the black one. Having done one. The right hand side here, that's important. So I know it sounds ridiculous, you just have a small black line. Are you going to the right or the left of it? What difference does it make? But it does make a difference. The brain will subconsciously recognize the changes that which side you've gone on when you start filling in the white one on the other side. Get into the Zen mode of this. Once you're in the zone, you're automatically in Zen mode. Now, I'm finding it hard to stay in that mode because I'm trying to give some bit of a commentary to yourselves as I'm doing it, and it sort of brings me back into reality that I don't want to be in. But on the other hand, maybe I won't make mistakes, because this is the type of piece where you have to keep track of what you're doing, because you're going to change from being a black background to a white background, which changes the way you look upon these contour lines around objects, which is what we're doing at the moment. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, is there any need to be doing this? But I will continue. I know I just have the last one now to do. And again, on the right, I know I'm speeding it up. Don't worry if you can't keep up with what I'm doing. Do it at your own pace, and pause this video every now and then. What was I saying about this? Don't know. By the way, today is, I don't know if I said before. Oh, it's not the 1st. Sorry, today is the 31st of May. It's Friday, the 31st of May. Beautiful day here. So I need another fill in here before I go on to the other one. There, that's good. Like in some ways, by putting blackening the contour line first, it means that this filling in phase is much easier. But on the other hand, it slows everything down. So I'm beginning to wonder, is there any need to do it? And once you get your eye in, literally my eye in, it's not all that hard to get up around the circles that define each bubble. Just trying to go the same direction on each one of them. I think I'm being a bit of a nuisance doing it. Just here, look, it's only a little circle. Don't worry about them. And if you go over it, you go over it. Don't worry about it. That worked in nicely. I missed the swimming. Haven't gone swimming now in last time I went swimming was actually a week ago, last Friday. Beautiful swim then, actually, that day. It was very, very nice. We went early. Well, early for us was about 8:20 in the morning, before the crowd. We have a group of us to go normally about 8:45, so we got in before the crowd. And I just swear I was talking about a small little beach. Youghal is a huge beach. It goes for kilometres. I don't know how many kilometres how long it is, but it's very long. And the tide is out, it really knows how to go out. Right? God, you have a long walk, especially in the winter. It can be very, very cold trying to get out. Sufficient depth to swim. We often call it the March of Shame. As we're freezing or whatever off, walking along, try to get to sufficient depth to swim. And in the meantime, your calves are slowly turning to ice. But nowadays it's not like it's lovely at the moment. The water's, I don't know what temperature it is, nice and balmy. And a real pleasure swimming. But as I doubt this damn flu. So I'm stuck here at home, and this is me in my bedroom. And right beside the window. Mark the other one. Let's stick another card in here. That's better. Just occurred to me, I have another piece, a nice little sketch that I did on the reverse side of this sheet, and with this bleeding, I'm probably destroying it. So that was a bit of a mistake. You know, paper is cheap. Why didn't I just use another sheet or page out of this book? The reason I got so many of these was because I'm part of a group called, I'm a volunteer driver of a group called Cancer Connect, and we bring people to hospital. They might have their own car. It's just that when you're being treated for cancer, it can be nasty, and you're really not in not only the frame of mind, but quite often you might tend to feel sick, and you really shouldn't be driving. Also, well, I do the bus, I do the minibus, and quite often you could have 6-7 people in the bus. And it's good to have other people that are going through, in that case with the bus, it's just for radiation treatment. We're going through the same process. And get that way. And you can compare notes. Time goes so much faster. And it's a group review going there. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I bought a load of these little sketch notebooks. So when people are inside, I can just sit out in the sun, or even a reception, with me little notebook and me pen, and sketch either the urban landscape or potted plants that are always around the place, or like this, just do an abstract. And time goes very, very quickly. I kind of know what to do that will take about 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Oh, this is great. Here we go. Just about finished the black. Round that a little bit. There we go. Now, how do I do the other ones? So it is going to be the inside of the bubble. Inside of the bubble. Now, get it right. You know these fine liner pens that I have? I got these about 2 years ago. I'm just amazed at how long they last. Like, do they have an infinite supply of ink? I don't know. But they seem to just give and give and give. easier. Keep going to the same angle. I see some people getting into contortions as they're trying to put in lines. Don't turn the piece around. That's, yeah, makes life so much easier, and we should be making life easier. We're not living in the Middle Ages doing penance all the time. This one in totally. Remember the inside of all these bubbles, nothing on the outside, just on the inside. And that's why I'm starting doing this contour, because my brain really hasn't switched over to this mode yet. I'm just there we go. Finish that one. And fill in this one a bit. We can do the smaller ones. Do you know what? I think the pen is beginning. It doesn't feel as if the ink is flowing as well as it did before. Oh dear, I have a feeling my 0.8 might be at last coming to the end of its natural life. What date is today? 31st of May. Remember that date. I have a few more days left in it. It does feel as if it's drying up a little bit, but we'll be alright. We'll finish this piece off anyway, that's for certain. I'll fill that one in. Okay, just have this idea in the corner of my eye here that this is beginning to fill out nicely now. You're getting a better idea. Okay. And back to our old reliable brush pen. Just take it easy. Well, are you doing it as well? I hope some of you are, and getting some bit of satisfaction out of it. Like, it is a simple piece to construct. There's not much to be done. You can do it all just with pen and paper. You don't need compass, ruler, or anything. You don't have to be able to do anything more complex than an approximation to a circle. That's all you need. After that, it is just a little bit of patience. Now, I'm doing this black and white, and it would be interesting to see how this would work out if we use something other than black, if we use different colors. This reminds me for some reason as the stars at night. Now, I know they're not or anything like it, but that's what the brain just automatically, maybe not stars, more like planets or something like that. And there doesn't have to be any logic. It's just that is what it triggers in my brain. It's an easy one to do. It's a relaxing one to do. I found it quite relaxing. I hope you have as well. Now, I'm not asking you to subscribe and all the rest of it. Look, you do if you want to. And like, I look at some channels and I just forget to subscribe. I just don't do it, and maybe I should. I'm just wary of having a whole load of videos being thrown at me. You know, some channels do loads and loads of videos and you don't want them. You'll be glad to hear that I don't do a lot. I do about one a week. That's not true. I do one long one, and then from that I also do a short, because lots more people, I've worked out about between 10 and 20 times more views on the shorts than I do on the longs. So if you want to subscribe, grand. I'm sure it'll have these be seen, but that's not the reason I'm doing these. I'm doing these because I enjoy doing them. And I'd be a lot more interested if you have any comments to make. You know, what do you do? Do you find them interesting? It's always nice to get the odd comment. Not essential, as I said, I just like doing these anyway. Like here I am now, into my second week of the flu, and it's great to be able to just sit down here by the window, and every now and then a quick glance out at the kids playing football on the green. They're great. So while you might think it's a very lonesome pastime, it's not really. It engages the brain, which is important in many different ways. And it also engages me with life. And that's what we're all about. I just thought that little bit of black didn't seem fully black. Just in case you thought I was going to fill in the white when I wasn't. This is about it, isn't it? Last one. Yep. Here we go. Now, oh, my finger was covering that one up. Wouldn't be off now if I'd missed that completely. Well, that definitely is it. And nothing to do now but sign it. And I'm going to use my grey pen because there's not much space here to sign. And where will I sign? Okay, start signing. May 31st, 24. And there you go. Make it look centered. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope you watch the next one, which should come out in a couple of days. And till then, well, slán tamam.